Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a great week. We are rolling along. I'm confident, kind of, that this is going to be the last video for this sign. I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. We'll see how it goes. So here is the finished product as far as the sign goes. You'll notice that there is a little hole drilled right up there in the corner, and I got a couple of holes drilled here. And I'll go into that in a second, what that's for. So, and here's my face frame. I'm going to show that in a second too. And then I have a cavity in the back, and I'll show what that's all about. But first things first. So here's the little LED lights that I use. I really like these little things for several different reasons. Now, the last time I used LEDs on Izzy's sign, I used the other kind. That is kind of a strip, a self-adhesive strip. It's probably about 3/8 wide, and I really liked it. But the downside of that is you got to drill a really big hole to get it from the back over to the front. What I really like about these is it's a really thin wire, and it's really easy to kind of maneuver them, whereas that strip is a little bit confining. But these work really cool. And now, you know, there's different kinds, but I like the kind with the remote where you can turn it off and on with the remote, and there's different programs and all that. These are actually in our Amazon store, and the ones that I bought before that I used on that flag for Nathan Rogers and then for John Malecki's sign was a big kit. But I got this kit, actually 2 of them, and they're shorter, which worked out better for me. So I've got an extra set for the next sign that I want to do. So that's the ones that I use. Now when you unravel that, that's my spare. I'm going to put that in the drawer. When you unravel that, it ends up being a little wire. Actually, the same remote works for all of them. So it ends up being a little wire. Now, the downside, what I didn't like about this is there's 4 inches in between each of the lights. So what I had to do is I had to modify it, and actually this was my wife's idea. Oh, the other thing that I like about this is, you turn it off first, is you can clip off as much as you want off of the end, and that doesn't, hopefully, and that doesn't ruin it. It still works. Now obviously, part I just clipped off does not work anymore. But yeah, so you can trim it off wherever you want. But to be honest, even the strip ones work that way as well. You can trim them off wherever you want. So what I've done, and this was kind of time consuming, so the box will mount in that cavity in the back, and then this is going to feed through that hole, that little hole we just saw, and then this is going to go all the way around on the inside of the face frame, theoretically. Now what I also did was I also took my pocket knife and I just chipped out. I'm going to color that black with a Sharpie so it doesn't show, but I wanted you guys just to see. I just kind of knifed a little notch out of there. What?
A little. Straight up.
Straight up? Here, you move it. There. Yeah, just like that.
Thank you.
So that's going to go right over where this hole is, so that it gives it a little bit more room for that wire to come through and then go around the inside of that channel, basically. So what's going to happen is it's going to feed through, and then at about here, and then I'm actually where those that's electrical tape, by the way, where those electrical tape pieces are, I'm actually going to hot glue that in the channel, and it's kind of all over the place right now. But oh yeah, that's the other thing, is that they are now 1 inch or thereabouts, 1 inch to 1.25 inches. But what I had to do is I've actually played with it on a little test piece first. What I had to do was literally just bend them. But the cool thing is these things bend pretty well. So I just had to kind of bend them to where they were only, you know, like 1 inch apart kind of thing. So it was a little time consuming, and then trying to bunch them all together. That's what the electrical tape is for. But in essence, that's what basically what I had to do. Anyway, you get the idea. That way you can get them closer. Vicky's laughing at me. All right, so here's the deal. What I'm going to do now is now that you kind of know how this whole thing is going to go together, I'm going to go ahead and put it together off camera and then come back and show you how the whole thing works, theoretically. Oh, what these two holes are for. I'm going to use, I'm going to glue this in with liquid nails. Anytime I want a really permanent, a permanent glue situation, this stuff, I've never had it fail. I really like it. So I'm going to glue this box. Oh, that's the other thing. Gosh, I'm all over the place. So when this box goes in, you got to make sure, this is a mistake I made early on, is I made the notch or the cavity too small, that I couldn't get in here and open this up, and then I had it to where it was too close over here, and if you have it too close to that to that edge, it won't open up. So you got to have some room there, and you got to have some room to open those things up too. Anyway, that I kind of learned that the hard way. But then I cut my notch, and so this is all going to bunch up in here. Anyway, you'll see that when I get to it. But anyway, those other two holes is I'm going to actually put a couple screws into the faceplate from behind. So I'm gonna liquid nails this thing on too. Oh, I've got that marked. That's what I was looking for. I've got that marked with a little T, so I know exactly where that goes. Top. I'm going to liquid nail this on too, but then I'm also going to put a couple screws in that from the back side, just to make sure it stays in place. Anyway, guys, so I think that's all of the little issues that I had to deal with. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to, the other thing. So, the other thing is I liked so much the way let me see, that's going to go that way. I like so much the way the French cleat worked on Izzy's sign, that's what I'm going to do on Peter's sign as well. So this is going to, this will be on the wall, and then this will be on the sign, and then the sign will hang just by doing that. But you'll see that. I'm going to get this whole thing together, and we're actually going to hang it up, and I'm going to put all of these pieces in place, and then we're going to come back with it all completely done, and then we'll put the French cleat on, and I may hang it on the 2x4s, kind of like what I did with Izzy's sign. So we'll be back. Hey, we're back, and I got it done. So I want to go over every aspect, or well, the ones I was talking about before when I was rambling on. So I got the face frame on, it's glued on, and it is also screwed from the back side. I've got my French cleat on, so if you guys aren't familiar with that, this will mount on the wall, and then that just hangs just like that. This French cleat, man, I don't know why I haven't done it more in the past, but I'm going to do a lot more in the future. And then the LED lights, where I had the little electrical tape wrapped around them, that's where if you can see down in there, that's where I glued those down. And actually, I didn't color that spot that I did with my knife. I didn't color that out. That's all right. It doesn't show. It's back in there far enough that it doesn't show. Did I just move that? Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, see, a lesser camera woman wouldn't be able to handle that. Of course, I won't be able to handle the swinging after the camera goes off. All right, so yeah, and then the cavity on the back. I gotta flying around. Cavity on the back worked out pretty well. Now, normally I would have sunk this down in further, but being as it's going to be hanging with that French cleat, it's still down below the surface of that French cleat, so it won't matter at all. So that actually is another reason. And this French cleat, I used 3/4 inch MDF on that. This is going to be interior anyway. And so that is actually liquid nails and hot glue, and then that thing will open up. And actually those little clips are a little bit difficult to do, but that will open up to change the batteries. And then actually these things come with really cheap batteries, but so I replaced them with Duracell, so they'll I think it'll last a little bit longer. All right, so let's do the reveal. Let's shut the lights off and let's see what this thing looks like with the lights on.
I guess that's my cue.
Oh, I was going to go over and do it. So we'll hold it up level and then hit the remote. Ooh, So when I saw this in my mind, what I was hoping for is that the texture in there, being that diamond background, that the lights would kind of glisten off of it. And I think I kind of accomplished that.
You can still see the wood, different colors.
Yeah, you can still see the stripes of the wood, which is something I hadn't really counted on. I thought the ink would completely cover that, but I'm super happy with the way it came out. It came out just like I'd hoped it would in my mind. So let's wrap this thing up. So I'll just turn that off. This has got a bunch of different modes as well. This one isn't the different colors like the Izzy sign. That's the one thing that I would change on this, and I'll look and see if I can find some.
Your red background, so.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't. I want it. I saw it with clear lights anyway, with white lights. So, but anyway, super happy with the way it came out. I'll be shipping this off to Peter. And speaking of Peter, if you're watching this, my friend, thank you so much. I've had really a lot of fun making this one. It was a challenge, but I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I hope you like it. I'll get this shipped out of here tomorrow. So that is it, you guys. We are moving on. Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday. You're going to see a special video tomorrow on Vicky and I's challenge. And then Friday, we're going to have a special video. And then at the end of Friday, that's when we're going to actually show the completed projects, completely done, dried, and everything. And you guys will, at that point, I think voting will be opened up. So, you know, I don't blame anybody for voting for Vicky. I expect that I'll lose I'll crash in huge defeat, but I'm used to that, so it's no big deal. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Again, Peter, I had so much fun making this for you. It was really neat seeing the whole thing come together. I'm very happy with it. Hope you like it, and that is it. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again for watching, and if you have any questions, remember, don't send me messages through Facebook. Send me messages through my email, eric@makeawoodsign.com. And I'm on Instagram, makeawoodsign. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to subscribe, and we appreciate you guys all supporting us. And that is about it, I guess. What am I forgetting?
I think you're good.
That's about it. Oh, when you do subscribe, be sure to click that little bell icon so you get notification when we do a new video, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday normally, but this week is going to be 4 of them actually.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, crazy. We're busy. Yeah, we got
I wonder
lots.
why we got confused on our days.
Oh gosh, so many videos. Anyway, guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.